'tis the season to be podcasting. Stay inside with a warm beverage and a hot microphone. If you're interested, Spotify can help you out. They've got a platform that lets you make one, distribute it, and earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So you've already got the equipment necessary to start recording today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify, Apple, Google, and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. And when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are an excellent way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Best of all, it's completely free. I switched Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy over to Spotify for Podcasters, and I haven't regretted it. The analytics are fantastic, and the new tools for hosting and updating the feed are way more than I could do self-hosting. Now, it's your turn. Head to podcasters.spotify.com and read all about it. Then, let me know what you're podcasting all about. Now that we're fully into October, it's time for some monstrous fun. Greetings, mortals. I'm your host, Brian Rollins, and this is the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. For some Halloween fun, we're digging into movies with monsters, and monsters from movies. If you're new here, be sure to swing by dorkygeekynerdy.com for all sorts of resources about the show, including how to subscribe, and check out our weekly quizzes. You can also download and listen to older episodes from there. Garlic and steak ready? Let's head to the castle. The Dorky Round. Number 1. What was the mummy's real name in the 1932 film? Imhotep. Number 2. Lawrence Larry Talbot is better known by what name? The Wolfman. Number 3. What celebrated actress made her film debut in the 1976 King Kong remake? Jessica Lange. Number 4. What New England town does Stephen King's It milk for horrors? Derry, Maine. Number 5. What planet does Frankenfurter call home? Transsexual, in the galaxy of Transylvania. Number 6. Who was the man of 1,000 faces? Lon Chaney, Sr. Number 7. Whose heirs sued over the film Nosferatu? Bram Stoker's heirs. Number 8. Which character does director Benjamin Christensen play in his Haxan, aka Witchcraft Through the Ages, aka The Witches? Satan. Number 9. Which movie retroactively kicked off Universal's shared monster universe in the 1930s? Dracula. Number 10. What is the name of Dr. Frankenstein's hunchbacked assistant in the 1931 version of Frankenstein? Fritz. The Geeky Round. Number 1. In what 1945 film do Dracula and the Wolfman seek cures for their conditions? House of Dracula. Number 2. By what names are Bella Ferenc, Deso Blasco, and William Henry Pratt better known? They're horror icons Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff. Number 3. David Prowse played Frankenstein's monster in what 1974 film? Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell. He starred along fellow Star Wars alum Peter Cushing. Number 4. Which 1931 horror movie won its star an Oscar for Best Actor? Frederick March, won for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's the first horror film to win an Oscar. Number 5. Which Canadian kids show featured Vincent Price as host? Hilarious House of Frightenstein. Number 6. What movie from 2000 drew a parallel between lycanthropy and menstruation? Ginger Snaps. Number 7. What creepy, campy doctor joins Dr. Frankenstein in Bride of Frankenstein? Dr. Pretorius. Number 8. What popular 1960s TV series brought Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney Jr., and Peter Lorre together for a Halloween episode? Route 66. The episode is called Lizard's Leg and Owlet's Wing. Number 9. From which previous Lon Chaney film did The Phantom of the Opera, 1925, reuse a major set? The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Number 10. What 1930s horror movie character can be seen checking into the Lion's Head Inn? The Invisible Man. A short pause to catch your breath and to check out our book of the week. This week it's Monsters in the Movies, 100 Years of Cinematic Nightmares by John Landis. Learn everything there is to know about special effects in films and what goes into designing iconic monsters that still show up in nightmares in Monsters in the Movies. From B-movie boogeyman and outer space oddities to big-budget terrors, legendary filmmaker John Landis showcases the greatest monsters ever to creep, fly, slither, stalk, or rampage through theaters. As always, you can grab any of our books of the week by visiting dorkygeekynerdy.com/book. And now, the final act. The Nerdy Round. Number 1. Who created the makeup for nearly all classic Universal monsters? Jack Pierce. Number 2. Who played Dracula's daughter in 1936? Gloria Holden. Number 3. On what TV show did Vincent Price make a cameo as Frankenstein's monster? Donnie and Marie. Number 4. In which 1930s horror film does Titanic actress Gloria Old Rose Stewart appear? The Old Dark House, 1932, and The Invisible Man, 1933. Number 5. Which cowboy star played both the Mummy and Captain Marvel? Tom Tyler. Number 6. What is Lon Chaney Jr.'s birth name? Crichton Tull Chaney. Number 7. Which 1935 Lionel Barrymore film has a supernatural title but no actual supernatural elements? Mark of the Vampire. Number 8. Who played Frankenstein's monster in Hell's A-Poppin'? Dale Van Sickle. Number 9. What Hammer trilogy took heavy inspiration from John Sheridan Le Fanu? The Karnstein trilogy. Number 10. What was the flip side of the original Monster Mash? Monster Mash Party. Oh good, you survived the night. Excellent. We're not done with Halloween just yet, so stay tuned. Speaking of which, here's your clue for next week. What sci-fi trilogy all began with a scientist, a teenager, and a time machine on October 26, 1985? Please take a moment to write a 5-star review on your podcast directory of choice. It costs you nothing, and it's a huge help to help us get new victims. I mean listeners. I'm your host, Brian Rollins. Thanks for listening.